Today I will be trying to survive in Chernerus while living off the land, surviving everything from its harsh weather system and environments to avoiding getting sick and dying, navigating and traversing its dense forests and open landscapes, while hunting, foraging and fishing for food, all while trying to avoid hordes of infected roaming the cities and towns and dangerous wildlife like bears and of course packs of wolves. This is Surviving Dayz. Hello YouTube, and welcome to another video. In today's adventure I spawn in Nishnoi, where I begin preparation for the challenge ahead, and that challenge is to survive Dayz whilst living strictly off the lands, where I will need to hunt, forage and fish for my own food and find ways to purify the dirty water and craft my own tools such as knives. However, this challenge doesn't come easy, as there will be a few rules I need to follow, which will certainly make things a little more difficult, but hopefully not impossible. I'll show a list of the rules on the screen, so feel free to pause the video anytime to read them. But with that being said, let's begin. Hello guys, welcome to another video. As you can tell from the intro, we have a bit of a challenge on our hands today. We're going to try and survive Chernerus whilst living strictly off the lands. What does that mean? Well, obviously it means we're going to be foraging for our own food. That includes fishing, foraging for fruit, mushrooms, things like that. Trying to find our own water sources. So we're going to avoid using all clean water sources. We're going to have to purify our own water sources with chlorine tablets, obviously, or if we can find a cooking pot, we will boil our own water. But that's the thing, you know, we're just going to try and make things a little spicy, I guess, in terms of the survival. Because I always preach in my videos how I find Dayz to be too easy to survive nowadays, and I tend to forget that I'm quite a veteran player when it comes to survival aspects of the game. You know, I've been playing Dayz for a long time. Over 4,000 hours, in fact. And there we go, look. That is probably one of the best tools that we could find. Doesn't even go in there, does it? Early on in the game. It's going to allow us to break up some rocks, get some small stones. Yeah, I'd like to say that, but again, and that. So, that would have been handy if I hadn't found the crowbar. So yeah, I'm just going to try and, anything that I can craft, I'm going to use a crafted version of it. So, not including clothing though. I'm not going to run around just as a mummy. Take care of these Zeds. So anything I find on Zeds is fair game, whether that's clothing or food, including cans. Crowbar doesn't make for a very good weapon, but did I check this shed? Yeah, I must have. Right, someone's been building a base here. I think there's a... Come on. Sickle, yeah. So we're not going to be taking any blades that we find. Again, we're going to be making our own, so we're going to be strictly crafting our own knives, fishing rods, rope. So obviously cutting up clothing for that. We're going to avoid guns. We're going to try and be a pacifist where we can. I'm going to go for a crossbow. That's going to be about the only weapon I do pick up, because again I can craft my own ammunition for that. But yeah, it's just I don't know, I just want to try and make things a little harder. Is it possible to survive more or less off the lands? So if the only form of medication that I'm going to be taking is multivits and disinfectant like alcohol, iodine and, well, disinfectant spray itself. So just so we do have a chance, you know. So I can't eat charcoal tabs, so no tetra. So should hopefully make things a little challenging for us at least. Hopefully. But without further ado, let's get on with it. Pretty much a good start here. And dried fruit, always good. Dried fruit tends to last a long time in the old inventory. So we've got a corpse here. I'm not going to take those bones as I didn't kill the player, so I don't think it'd be right. And we're in Nizhny. We're in Nizhny, basically. What's that? Zucchini. Okay, can I rip these clothes up? I can. Happy days. Okay, that's going to make things a lot easier then. I'm going to try and do it in one run. Not a promise though. IRL, a lot of commitments outside of my hobbies, so we just have to see how it goes. But these are a good place to find alcohol tincture. Yeah, nothing there. I'm not going to bother hitting the town because I'm not interested in the wells. But I do want to check this little industrial over here. All these sheds. But I'm quite confident we could get a good run going here. As long as we can find a water container. I've got a good idea where to find the chlorine tablets as well. Again, this is unofficial, so at any point I could be shot by other players, so take that into consideration. I'm going to take the rangefinder. It's always nice to have a scope. Going to cut that up because that is guaranteed 6 rags. So I can make some gloves as well. Craft this rope quick. Save some space in our inventory. So for those of you who don't know, 6 plus 6 on rags will craft you a rope. You can see. And then we can also use rags to make some hand wraps. So we're able to gut our fish then without getting bloody hands. But gather sticks without cutting our hands. Because all the time I can't disinfect the rags. I don't want to be wasting my my bandage here really. As I say, I want to try and keep this character alive for as long as I can. That includes not getting sick, not getting any infections, which obviously if you cut your hands and you bandage your wound, with a non-disinfectant rag or bandage, then yeah, you could risk getting a wound infection, which isn't pleasant. But look at that, just what we want. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to get drenched here, and then our temperature's probably going to plummet down to cold. Say it's the end of the world or anything, but yeah, it's going to make things a little harder for us if we get sick. So we need to try and avoid that. You spend long enough around the town, especially a town with fruit trees and these hay bales and a lot of forestry like that. You tend to find a lot of apples, pears, or plums, mushrooms. You know. I think Turnerus will be okay for food, for sure. Not too difficult to find. It's nice to find all the fruit though. You can't rely on it really for good calories, not unless you can find fresh fruit and actually cook it. I think that's pretty much the best form of food outside of hunting animals for meat. And mushrooms. Mushrooms are a great way of getting hydration for anyone that doesn't know. A lot of foods don't give you a lot of hydration, but mushrooms do, especially if you bake them. So it's another good way of keeping your character hydrated. You can't find any clean water sources. Okay, we might as well take these shoes. They're worn. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It's always nice to find. Alright, go check this beds down here in this house and then start moving inland, I think. I'm not too worried about getting any food in us just yet, fish or anything. Steak knife there. I like to check these sheds, things like screwdrivers and that. Again, you can use a screwdriver to break up the stones, or the rocks even to get stones. One of the main reasons I like to take the smaller tools is they actually fit in your inventory. Now, you don't need the screwdriver to do that because you can use it as a knife, but to take a video, we're going to use it to break the stones and make our knife that way. So we're not going to be just hanging around the same little area for a few minutes here and there just so a load of mushrooms can spawn. We're going to play it as it comes, you know. But yeah, don't forget to read the list of the rules. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes along the way. As I said, the screwdriver can be used to skin and grab bark, but kind of defeats the whole purpose of the video if I do that, so I'm going to gather the stones and use the stones. But keep the screwdriver as a tool. So craft our first stone knife. You can combine 2 small stones together to make the stone knife, so you don't actually need to use the rock. There we go. Our first knife. Look at this, you never know. And binoculars, we've got the rangefinder, so I should have used that repair kit actually, I didn't think. Back of that yellow car. It doesn't matter. Okay. Firewood. Small stick on this one, I'm sure. Nope. Need smaller trees, here we go. We'll get our rod crafted. Beautiful churnerous weather. Never get sick of it. Okay. Now we need some small sticks to make a couple of hooks, small wooden hooks. That'll do nicely. Got some improvised hooks. There we go. Got one on there. We shouldn't need more than one for now. Okay, I believe we follow this road, it takes us through the industrials up towards Alana. So I'm going to run up through this way. I'm going to eat the fruit on the way. We are going to fish, not just yet. But I'm more concerned about finding a water container and some purification tabs. Probably get a fire going as well, just to warm us up while it's raining. Today's dried fruit isn't going to do us a lot of calories, but it's better than nothing for now. Yeah, I'm going to speed the video up where I need to, guys, but I'll keep you posted if anything happens or anything changes for our character. Okay, we've just got into red water. Ironic really, considering it's raining. Here we go, look, small stones. Pretty much find them everywhere. Because you know where to look. So I'm not going to panic on the water situation until we're in maybe flashing water and flashing health, or at least into the red health. Then I might consider drinking dirty water. I'd rather have my health going up and be sick than my health going down and being thirsty. At least with sickness we can cure it, so, well, depending on whether we can find multivits at least. Alright, there's our first objective. Check for bear traps. Not as common as they used to be, but no, we've got a knife, but can't take it. Okay, so that's where we want to go next. And then we're going to cut over through those trees there, onward to Gorka. Another knife. Okay. Oh, that's proved to make things a little more difficult than I was intended it to be. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this, branching out to other maps, of course. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Livonia next once I've finished wrapping this video up. I've got this one out to you guys, and following Livonia, obviously I'm going to do Sakal. Oxy there. No chance I'm going to be able to get him, is there? Too fast. Oh, we did get him. Wow. Sorry, guys. It had to be done. Man needs to survive. Must have been stuck against a tree. I'm going to take full advantage of that in this situation, though. Okay, so what do we get? Some pristine bones. I don't really need the bones. We've got hooks and knives for now. Let's just keep going. There's another animal feed just down here, as you can see through the tree line there. So as you can imagine, I've got 4,000 hours plus in DayZ. That's just on PC. I used to play on console as well. Well, I used to play on both. Surprisingly enough, I do know my way around Journus. Beautiful. But not as well as some might assume I do, with the amount of hours I've got. I tend to just, I don't know, run around and enjoy myself, really. Just have a bit of fun, explore. I don't take things too seriously. Yeah, cut these up. Try not to waste anything where we can. One thing I really wish they would bring back into DayZ though is the ability to catch rainwater in pots. You know, you used to be able to catch rainwater in the canteen back in the mod. I do believe, now I could be wrong, but for anyone that's played on the servers years and years ago, so I believe Spaggy once upon a time, as I said, don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, did have a mod that allowed you to catch water in a canteen. So it is out there. I'm pretty sure the devs could do it, but probably also a really good reason as to why they haven't done it. I suppose it would be too easy because you wouldn't have to go hunting for water, would you? And once we get to that hunting stand, it brings us more or less to the borders of Gorka anyway, Gorka town. That's Polana over there. It's a pretty good town for some starter gear. There's a well there, but I'll skip straight past there. Hit Gorka up, and then push up towards Radio's in it. Yeah, as I was saying earlier about not knowing the map as well as I should for someone that's got 4,000 hours in the game. I know where to go. Well, let's try and explain this again. I know where everything is. I know how to get to where I want to go. But I couldn't tell you. And I can't name every town. Further north I go, the less knowledge I have about the names of the towns and cities. But that's something I am learning slowly. Something I'm constantly improving on. We have a Z up there. Hope that spawned in because of me. Gorka's pretty well known for PvP interactions, as we have a PD here. Normally at this point you're kind of getting semi-geared by the time you get here, usually. I take that torch for now. Put these up. Try and get some more rags going, because we're going to need another rope if we're kind of making a burlap back. Or a dry sack bag. Either or. Check that, didn't I? I want to check this truck. I do get lucky here sometimes. Here we go, what did I say? Hit torch. Add on our heads and get rid of that. That pile of rubble there was a corpse then. Probably don't want to be using my knife for this, but is what it is. Let's go get that chicken, and the easiest way normally to get the chicken is just to run at it. Just press left click. That shut me up, didn't it? Doesn't tend to go that way normally. So I'm pretty certain there's probably going to be a player here at least one. The radio's in it up there. We'll try and get through this town undetected by players' NZs if possible. Don't particularly fancy dying this soon into the adventure. Okay, so somebody's tried building a base here. At least locking the shed. Shovel. Be pretty handy. Take that as a melee for now. That's a very good melee weapon, but a melee weapon nonetheless. Pants, don't need gloves, don't need gloves, I'm happy with what I've got. Oh, look at that, absolutely perfect. Now we need to find clothing, which went past clothing. Not enough. Damn it, okay, we're going to have to drop some chicken then. We don't need more of that chicken anyway, do we? I'm an idiot for sprinting around as much as I am. This mushroom could save us right now. Watch the hydration. Not baked, but look, it's going up by 3. Normally, most foods it goes up by 1 or 2. The mushrooms always goes up by 3. Baked would be far better, but one cannot grumble right now. It was 3 rags. Come on. Good to us. 4, I take 4. Hey, presto. We have a backpack. And avoid the Zeds if at all possible. Get in, get out, completely unseen. Yeah, if we find a saline bag, that's going to help us out. A little bit of hydration for now. We have the IV starter kit as well. No players waiting for us in here. No idea how many times I open this very door and die. This would be nice. Charcoal. Nothing is there. Okay, so we're probably pretty much buggered. Not finding really anything here, are we? I could check the shop, maybe get lucky with a bottle. Hunting jacket, that's good. No, nothing there, is there? So we're going to be relying on mushrooms and keep us going. One plastic bottle, maybe. Head torch is in much better condition than our one. We probably wouldn't have gone for our hydration so fast had I been warmer. Makes sense. Get ourselves up in a tree and dry out somewhere. Let's eat this Yeah, give us a little hydration. Maybe start putting our health back up a little. Another rope. Jesus Christ. How many ropes have I found now since making that one? Okay, we're not going to find what we're looking for there. I'll keep going for a few minutes. It's going to get pretty dark soon, and then look at that fog, just makes it feel more alive, doesn't it? But yeah, it starts getting too dark. I'll find someone to log through the night, and then I'll pick up where I've left off tomorrow. Attention to detail in this game is something else. It doesn't give me any hydration, but I'm going to eat it anyway. I knew the water challenge was going to be difficult. Obviously, not only do we need to find a container, we also need to find some chlorine tablets. So I knew there was going to be a challenge there. As I say, I don't mind drinking dirty water. I'd rather be sick with my health going up than thirsty with my health going down. I'll make myself a target here, aren't I? I'll pop the light on and off as I need to. Just up here ahead of us, there should be a map board. As you can see, there were radios in it. You can always tell by the two towers. Give us a bit of luck here. There we go. Radios in it. There's absolutely nothing there. Okay. Now I don't want to go up to radios in it because I always end up going that way. And I end up going up towards the castle just past there, whereas today I want to try something different. But yeah, I'm going to find somewhere to log out for the night, guys, and we'll pick this up either later tonight or tomorrow. Right, here we are on day 2. As you can probably tell, it's actually late evening in game. So I logged out for the night, and I logged out for the night IRL. So I went to bed, and I was going to finish this run tomorrow because it's been far too hot to sit at the computer today here in the UK. It's the 30th of June currently. But I found out that on the 1st of July, which is tomorrow in a few hours, we're having a server wipe. I'm not sure if that's a complete server wipe, as in characters as well. So I thought I'd log in and try and get this run finished. If I can get this video finished and send it out to you guys. That does look nice, doesn't it? Hey guys, IRL me here. Unfortunately, after the screenshot was taken, I spent around about 45 minutes just running around in the dark. I just popped down to the castle to loot. Fortunately never found anything there. No chlorine tablets, no water containers. But yeah, it just got dark pretty quick. I ended up going red hunger, and with the flashing hydration, obviously red hunger as well. I kind of hit flashing red health pretty quick. Which, to be honest, I kind of expected it. I was running around light blue the whole run more or less, and obviously red in my water. But I think the final, I did catch the death, and I will show you the death. I do think the death was quite funny. It's such a typical Daisy way of dying. It's the sort of thing only Daisy could do to you, really. But again, I had fun with the video, guys. I had fun with the challenge. I will be doing another challenge on Livonia next, and then from there we'll be moving to Sakal. But if you guys did enjoy the challenge, you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button, give us a subscription if you don't mind, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, take care. Well, I mean, it's pretty crazy how quick you go once your food and hydration are in the red though. No. That could have saved us just enough time to get to that house. Oh my. There we have it, guys.